When you were younger, did you have anything like this that you went to, like the camps like this where you met the guys?
Nothing like this from a college team. A lot of stuff that was run through my high school head coach, with some of the high school players when I was younger.
What would it have meant to you if you could have had some guys like the Hawkeyes come down here to town and do something like this when you were a kid? What could that have meant for you? How special is this type of
I think it's huge. It just shows kids, what's possible. Everybody has a different background. Everybody comes from different places, but to be able to come and do something like this, sees that no matter where you come from, that you can play at the highest level.
Last question: what does it mean for you personally to come out here and be able to do this for the kids?
Yeah, it's awesome. Be able to give back to the kids. They come and support us. Every single weekend. So, the little things that we can do to give back. It's awesome that we can do that for them.
And then 2 sessions before that, it's one of them is towards 3 or 4 didn't get to do their turn.
Let's go! Go!
None of this ran up in there. I'm like, y'all just gonna jump on the bag, and then everybody jumped on the bag and just started beating up the bag.
Oh! Everybody, no, wait! Everybody at once, let's go! Okay, all right. Okay.
I was like, it made my day, actually.
Let's go. Let's get a break. Hey, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hawks! Go!
All right, next group right here.
Let's go.
Does something like this help you appreciate the power of the uniform you wear in the state?
Yes, it really does. I really didn't get to know the Iowa way and how much the little things that the Iowa football players do until maybe my sophomore year, spring. I really started to put in effect and actually see how things are working around here. It really this jersey is powerful actually. I don't know what it is, but once you put on the jersey, you just get a different feel.
Did you ever have anything like this growing up where players would come by to your high school or when you were a kid come by to do something like that?
I'm from the inner city, Chicago, so no. We really didn't have any happy moments like this or any fun moments like this. It's always go home, go to school, or if you play a sport, just stay where you at. It wasn't nothing really fun like this.
What would it have meant for you if you did? How could that have changed things for you?
I think it would have made me like football a little bit more and more or younger. So it was just I didn't really start liking football until I got into high school. So things like this that actually make me makes you love the game even more when you're just younger and just having fun, just getting to know people and just kind of, it all depends on if you really like it and you're working on the craft, how you're tackling things like that. This was a fun day for me and the kids.
So last question, what does it mean to you that you're able to come out here and do this for the kids and put a smile on their face like this?
It means a lot to me because I like kids. I have a son myself, so it just really it brings out the joy in me just to see the smile on their faces or just make them laugh. Kids I noticed the kids out here they didn't know how to feel when they were doing a tackling drill, so I just initiated the energy and just look at them before they even tackle the bag or the donut. So I was let's see how they look at it first before I even say anything, and then I kind of went off them a little bit, so it was pretty cool.
Cool, appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, tell us about, I'd like to hear about Jay Neiman and how that all came about and what you like about it.
Yeah, just really pleased. And I think first of all, we decided a while back just to take our time. When Reese made his announcement, it had kind of been in the cards that we would move KB into that position. So I think Kelvin will do a great job with that. Marty Hopkins did a great job bridging us through spring practice. And that allowed us to have some time maybe to really think this thing out. I think as important as anything, I think it was just us figuring out what we wanted in that position, and before we really got serious about any candidates. So we took some time, just kind of talked about some possibilities, and then really kind of zeroed in on a couple of people, and just couldn't be happier with Jay accepting the position. I think he's going to be a tremendous addition to our defensive staff. He's got vast experience at a lot of different levels and has had a lot of success he was on that staff that came in and beat us in 13 into Kinnick year before there in the Orange Bowl. And, they held us to limited yardage last time we played them at Rutgers there. I guess it would have been 14. Mm-hmm. So, but beyond that, he's a really good person. And we got to see the personal side of him through recruiting both of his sons. And then on top of that, a nice Iowa connection, being a Iowa State grad, played high school football in the state, coached at Simpson, obviously, Drake, UNI, and the only negative I could find was the Iowa State thing. But Dan Gable overcame it, so I figure, Jay's in good shape that way. But we're just really thrilled.
Nobody could probably replicate what Reese brought in terms of connections in state, but do you feel like with him you've got a lot of inroads all over the state?
I always joked with Reese it was going to take 3 guys to replace him. Years ago I told him that, and in some ways that's going to be true. So we'll divide the state up a little bit in terms of recruiting. We'll probably have 4 coaches actively recruiting the state, but Jay will still have the biggest part of it, and I think he's really very comfortable with that. Again, having grown up here, playing high school football here, and he's coached in the state so much that I think there's a real comfort level there, and he certainly understands the state of Iowa and the importance of it in terms of our program. And all you have to do is look at the bowl game. You think about the role Gervais and easily 2 walk-ons from in-state, the role that they played. So that's a very vivid illustration of how important it is. We can't just recruit it like we would maybe Dallas or Tampa Bay or something like that. It's a whole different deal for us.
Who else is that? So LeVar will be in Iowa, and then who are the other 2?
LeVar will have part of Western Iowa. He's from that part of the state, so he'll have part. Kelvin will have a little section up in northeast Iowa, and then Brian will have some portion in eastern Iowa, a big part of eastern Iowa.
What today is something I know, to watch your players interact, it looks like they aren't just going through the motions, they're really enjoying what they're doing.
I remember being in Cleveland. I was telling somebody earlier today when we had one player on our team who was a little bit of a, let's say, selfish. He was a selfish guy, not always fun to be with. And I remember we were having a cookout one time, and he was out playing wiffle ball with all the kids, and you couldn't get him off the field. He was having a good time. So I think my point is that even self-centered people have, I think, a spot for kids and enjoy kids. And most of us had siblings, and I think that's certainly true of our guys. And I'm not suggesting any of our guys are like that, but it's a fun, totally relaxed, everybody wins today kind of situation. So I think our guys really enjoy it. And it's, we've always had a senior project for our senior class. So this is a nice initiative. It's kind of a carefree day for them. Get on the bus, shoot over here, and have a nice couple hours with the young kids, and then go back. And they still got most of the day in front of them.
Does it, to you, does it show the power of the Iowa jersey in the state?
Yeah, hopefully.
Things sold out so fast, and last year people talked about how good it was.
Yeah, we certainly hope it means something to young people, and then I think nice thing, this is a really good group, and it's really true of all of our seniors just about every year. The guys that rise to the senior class are, they've done the hard work. They've taken care of things academically, socially, and have stuck it out football-wise and done all the hard work. So, hopefully they really represent our program well. I know that this group has already done a great job this year, and we just lost a great senior class. So, hopefully that is impacting kids across the state, and no different than Mega did with young ladies who play basketball. I'm sure it's just those are really positive things.